This right here is take 5, I think 4 of this video. This little stand that holds my phone is really close to being killed. It fell over, then the phone fell off, and then somebody called. And anyway, my frustration was getting close to me flipping out. Anyway, we are on our way to Ohio. It's been a busy week. Obviously, I'm sure you can tell by the video. It's Monday afternoon. You haven't got your video yet because I haven't literally had a chance to do it. I was exhausted last night when we got to the Meadows. It was a long drive. I didn't have a chance to finish it. So we're going to do it now, which is good because I get to update you on what we did this afternoon. We've had a great run. Obviously, we had no luck in New York again. That's got to change. So I think we're going to bring those 2 colts home, and I'm going to race them their next start in Buffalo, New York. Much the same as we did with Really Blue Chip our last start. See if we can get them back on the right track. You know, there's bad luck, but these colts just haven't. These weren't the colts that left us. It didn't appear that they are, unless they're both really struggling on a half-mile track, I guess, which is possible. They just don't seem to be putting out the same way they were. Brushcut and Arctic Force looked ultra impressive. Now, Brushcut didn't before he left in that last qualifier, but he had tied up. And Arctic Force looked great. So, anyway, we can't dwell on that. That's stake racing. We're going to bring them home and race them in Buffalo. So there's no need to panic just yet. We will get them under control. Much like there was no need to panic with Nancy Allison making a break today. I know everybody's saying, yeah, she's run her whole life. She's still running. She did make a mistake today. It's hard for me to explain it to you, but it was not the same way that she's made mistakes in the past. Nancy Allison trotted up to the gate, just put a little step in, touched herself behind and rolled off. If you remember the qualifier, she was a runaway. She was a runaway in the schooler and did not look good. You didn't see that, but I did. And then today she was manageable. I was bringing her in quietly to the gate. I believe I was going to get away about 3rd or 4th, which would have been awesome. She just touched her ankle and made a break. Just seems like 1 inch forward. Baby steps in this filly. She's not quite getting it, and it's completely mental. It's just her complete stubbornness that's causing it. Today, she seemed a little more pliable, a little more flexible, but she still made a little break. I think we'll probably take her home and work on her. She's very close to being very effective, but unfortunately, she's close to not being effective at all and making more breaks. So I think it's smart. What's wrong?
A turtle.
The what?
There's a turtle.
Just for future reference, I don't think pointing out turtles on the side of the road is important during the video. It was going across a 2-lane highway. I'm going to say he's going to be turtle soup soon. Anyway, Amy felt it was important to announce that there was a turtle attempting to cross a 2-lane highway in the middle of the video. There's a giant tire in the road there. Yeah, you might want to get around that. It's not a turtle or a snake or an alligator. That's a tire.
A gator.
It's a gator. You're right. A gator. Anyway, it was a great day in Pennsylvania, though, wasn't it? Let's get it out of the way. New York was crappy. Those horses are coming home. Scott agrees, probably the best thing for everybody. Secondly, Dresden was mildly productive. It looks like Warby Ultra raced good. Finished 3rd. By the line, it looks like, gee, she should have been 2nd. But 3rd is fine. Beach Bump BB was mediocre. And James said he didn't like the way she raced. Now, I'll jump around for a second. I was supposed to send the horses to Tyler George. I announced it, Tyler George. I get a message this morning. Yeah, I can't take those horses. Apparently, Indiana is the busiest state on earth. People just don't want horses. Whatever. It's to each his own. I'm a little surprised, a little perplexed that people, you don't want a horse like Havana Unana win her first lifetime start in 59. I would love to have a horse like Havana Unana and Jailhouse Master. You might not like what his lines show, but if you believe me at all when I'm telling you, this colt will trot 58 right now and is going to get better. This is a nice horse. And Beach Bum BB, I talked to 2 Indiana trainers at the Meadows today. I didn't know them. I just saw they were from Hoosier. I drove one of their horses. And the gentleman said that there's a condition claimer there for 2-year-olds all summer. Fantastic. That's where she should be then. Because in Ontario, she's going to find it tough racing against 3- and 4-year-olds in the condition claiming ranks. And the 2-year-old, there's no 2-year-old conditions. And if there is, there are no cakewalks either. So probably Beach Bum BB should be going anyway. Now, not having a trainer and the truck leaving tomorrow for Indiana, I called Brandon Bates. I asked him to give me a call. And I would have called Brandon Bates before. This is the guy that had Swandray for us. But I didn't want to be a bit of a dick, right? And say, hey, I want to come drive the horses sometimes. Amy's shaking her head. Might have said the D word in front of Ava and all that. They'll get over it. I didn't want to be that guy. Exactly. I didn't want to be that guy to say, hey, trainer and driver, a guy who does well, I'm going to come drive the horses sometimes. So I kind of circumvented Brandon for that reason alone. No other reason at all. Anyway, with Tyler George turning us down, I put a call into Brandon and asked him to give me a call tonight. I guess the horses are going to go to Brandon. And it turns out that I can't drive Havana Una on our first start. The PA All-Stars is going to be in the Poconos. And I can't not drive Knockdown Dragout and those other fillies.
There's a mobile speed camera ahead.
That's unnecessary. There's a mobile speed camera ahead. It's pretty loud. Anyway, so it looks like I can't drive our girl anyway, our first start. Brandon's a good driver and obviously a good trainer, decorated trainer. So hopefully he doesn't turn us down, because I'm going to be talking to him later on. The horses are leaving for Indiana tomorrow, and as of 5 o'clock, we still don't have an official trainer, which is very frustrating for me. Shocking, but frustrating. Nevertheless, I'll get that sorted out tonight. What else took place? You know, we talk about all the babies and everything. We missed something else that's going on. Cruising in Style is racing great. Now, James might have... Honey, you can go. He's not going to not pull that guy over to chase you down and pull you over.
Just for a second.
Okay. Cruising in Style has been racing great. James just kind of trained him the other day, which I kind of glad he did, because that was a tough bunch. We have a multitude of places that we can race. All these horses, or race Cruising in Style, sorry. And whether it be Yonkers, the Meadowlands, Ohio, or Illinois, there's lots of places he can do very, very good. And very excited to see Cruising in Style. He's going to race one more time in Ontario, I believe, and then we're going to send him off to somewhere. But he's ready to go now, right in his glory, almost at 100%, and looks like $1 million. That was Monday. Let's go by day. Tuesday, we had the webcast, huge hit. Lots of people watched it. Very, very happy. You saw me run through. We didn't get everything done because I had to run and race Warwi Ultra, but we got a lot done, and it was very productive. We watched Sebastian Yu race, him and yours if you want it live. Sebastian Yu made a break at the gate. I'm going to requalify him Friday morning. Not too worried about him. I said it was Louis' fault, but then watching the replay and talking to Louis, the gate was walking, waiting for other horses to catch up. Not supposed to do that. Those guys are supposed to be in position, and they weren't. The gate slowed down a little bit to wait for them. That put Sebastian Ray, who Louis was in position, Sebastian Yu, sorry, not Sebastian Ray, Sebastian Yu, up into position early, touched the gate, and made a break. So we'll give Louis a pass on that, but I'll be going with him Friday morning. Warwi Ultra raced, made a break halfway down the lane. She raced well today, but her feet are hurting her a little bit. We're trying to manage it best we can. We may have to inject those coffin joints next week before we race her again. Somebody said, where's her next start? I don't know. I want to talk to Sylvain. I want to talk to Harry. Again, we have lots of places we can race Warwi Ultra. Just want to be somewhere she can win. Mohawk's easy. Is she competitive? I want to see who can set the sheet. I want to see how they race this week before you run her right back to Mohawk. Yours, if you want it, raced fantastic that night. James drove him great. He's in to go Thursday. I'm driving him on Thursday at Scioto Downs in the Ohio Sire Stakes. He raced well. That was Tuesday. Wednesday, most of you know what took place Wednesday. That was really blue chip and a shocking, crushing victory at Buffalo. And somebody said, well, you know, if the guy doesn't run into Scott, you don't win. Yeah, I still win. Watch the replay. The only person on earth that really, truly believes I don't win are people that don't have eyes, and Scott Zero. He'll tell you, yeah, you weren't going to beat me. I was going to beat him. And even if I wasn't, second place is great too. Philly finished up fantastic. She looked great. She was strong. She's racing Thursday. Mark's driving her. Scott said she's had a great week and she looks good. So let's hope we can get Scott moving forward. Haven't had a lot of luck with Scott DiDomenico yet. That's not his fault. The guy's the third leading trainer in North America right now by money. So it's not like he doesn't know what he's doing. Just haven't clicked yet with him. Hopefully we will this week in Tioga. Also racing that night was in Ohio was Spend That Money. James 2 moved her to the front, obliterated the field. He has yet to turn. What's wrong with him? has yet to pull the earplugs on Spend That Money. She looks like an absolute beast in Ohio. James is committed to driving her every week, and he wants to follow her around Ohio. I'm fine with that. James does a great job with her. Might relieve some of the stress that I have going to all the places. If that steak Philly night lands on a different night, James has gone with Globetrotting all year. I'm going with her Wednesday. James is going with Compass Rose and Spend That Money. I'm going with Ailsund and Globetrotting. It's going to be a lot of fun for us in Ohio this year with the horses we have. Spend That Money made that abundantly clear on Wednesday night. Thursday night, we were racing 2 horses. First off, Libero Hanover raced, finished third in 156, his own mile 158. First half in a minute, I think last half 58. I believe so, if not 58 a minute, I'm not sure. But looked good doing it. He needs a couple more starts. He's got the Pennsylvania All-Stars coming up. Going to be a little outmatched in there, but still, he's turning into a nice horse and should race against nice horses. Thursday night, we raced our Vicka. She finished 6th or 7th, trotted the fastest mile of her life. She wasn't super comfortable. Her feet are pretty sore right now. We gave her a week, and Teresa, the groom, the caretaker of our Vicka, is working really hard on her feet. See if we can't get those little footsies under control. Race her next week. The very next night, I was in the Meadowlands. I think the last time I won a race in the Meadowlands was a decade ago, something like that. And man, oh man, did I win a race. That filly, Spirit of Dio, was fantastic. When's the last time you saw somebody come first over in their first lifetime start with a 2-year-old trotting filly come their last quarter in 26-4 after being out the whole way around the last turn? That was an unbelievably incredible mile from Spirit of Dio. 157-1 last quarter, 26-4. Last half in like 55 and a piece. She was tremendously good. Also, Buckingham got parked that night in Grand River, but claimed, so we parted ways with Buckingham, but that's okay. One, that's what she was worth, and two, we have another horse, Sunshine Inn, who can move into that class. So no harm, no foul there. Also racing that night, James put Jailhouse Master on the run. Now, if you ask James, he'll say he knuckled over. We haven't yet to see the knuckling over portion, just the braking portion. I believe him. He said he knuckled over, that's fine. He's leaving tomorrow morning for Indiana. Again, not sure where he's going, but he's going to the state of Indiana as of yet. We will narrow down a direct address tonight at some point. Trafalgar, probably one of the most impressive miles I've seen from one of our pacing fillies, young pacing fillies, in quite a while. Man, oh man, was she flying. Last quarter in 26-4, and every ounce of that was the last 16th. She was awesome. Harry has her good. Louie's driving her great. I can't wait to watch her race her first start in the Golds. Also racing that night, Need Your Opinion broke a hobble. One of our clients said, hey, there's a lot of equipment breaks in your barn. The trotting hobbles, we have them tight on a lot of horses. They're going to break. That's the way it is. I bought some equipment, some climbing gear off of Amazon. I'm going to try and make my own set of trotting hobbles. Really shouldn't be that. I'm the least handiest person on earth, but in my mind, I can make these trotting hobbles. You need a good pulley. You need the strongest kind of rope you can get. We already have the loops, the hobbles. So it's just a matter of clamping them, gluing them, putting them together, strap back to the bike. We already have a couple of extra straps back to the bike. Real durable straps. I think I can do it. We're going to make 3 sets of trotting hobbles. There's a better chance of the horse's legs falling off than there is these trotting hobbles break when we get them made. It's just frustrating, but nobody makes anything durable anymore, do they? It's very difficult to keep something together forever. And as far as the Need Your Opinion pacing hobble, I don't even remember the last time we broke a pacing hobble. There's nothing wrong with the hobble, it just broke. And she doesn't wear a tight hobble. It just broke. So, it sucks, but Kevin trained her. Kevin messaged me this morning. I didn't know who the hell he was talking to me. He said, I trained the filly in 57-2 at the farm. That's an unbelievably fast mile. I told Kevin maybe go over to Mohawk, but he said, I want to race. I want to train her on the half. She likes to stand at home. Trained fantastic this morning. Just a very, very good filly. She'll be going to the Golds. Actually, yes, she'll be going to the Golds also. I was a little surprised. Kevin said he wanted to race. Don't believe me, just watching the grassroots. But that's fine. The Golds are deep water. And I just got off the phone. We had some amazing news. The Amazing Sando was here 3 weeks, and they sold him this morning for 6 figures. I'm not going to say how much. Not up to me to say, but it was enough money that they had to sell him. So the Amazing Sando will be departing our barn. He's only been here 3 weeks, but he's now gone, which is good. I'm happy and glad for my buddy Jamie Smith, my uncle. They get paid off very well for a very nice horse. And White Tiger, I got to watch him make a break at the Meadowlands. Now, White Tiger unfortunately made a break. I told Andrew, I don't want to be the guy to say, see, with my schedule, I didn't know, I was so happy that White Tiger won with Dave Miller. I'm like, great, I don't have to worry about it. And then he made a break, and I'm like, he'll be all right. He made a break the other night. When he put him on the front 3 weeks ago, I think he lit a fuse in that colt, and I don't think Dave Miller can hold on to him. So I did what I did not want to do. I told Andrew that I'd drive him next Friday, so I fired a Hall of Famer, I guess. Pretty tough thing to do, but at the same time, it is what it is. It's business, and Dave Miller's been fired by much more intelligent, smart, and powerful people than us. And nothing saying he won't be back again, but we got to get this colt trotting. This is a colt that, obviously I didn't think he could win the Beal, but I thought he could be competitive. Before he was put on Lasix, we were thinking Hambo. There's a lot of stuff for White Tiger, and we can't be squandering it making breaks. And I want to get a control of this horse, and I'm going to go and drive him next week in the Meadowlands. I'm going to be there anyway with Spirit of Dio, so I'll drive White Tiger next Friday. What else happened? Saturday, I flew from New Jersey to Ohio. I raced West 52nd. Listen, I could have said, no, I'm going to race Yes, the horse I know is going to win. But I want to drive the horses that I need to drive. I want to drive the horses that are going to help you, our clients, in our stable. And West 52nd, it wasn't that Aaron Merriman's, the leading driver every year by wins in North America, but this horse is a little quirky, isn't he? I saw in the chat room the other day, somebody said he's never passed, he's this, he's weak, he's cheap. He looked weak the other night. First over, fastest last half of the race, fastest last quarter. Got up to beat the horse for second. Fought hard all the way down the lane. Just a nice horse. And it proved it the other night. 54 and a piece, fastest mile of his life. Great mile. Nice horse. Yes is no joke. For those of you out there saying, well, he didn't beat Yes. They're going to have a tough time beating Yes in whatever class he's in from now on. Yes has just figured out that he's an extremely fast horse. And he's the most dangerous kind of fast horse. He loves his work. And he doesn't realize he's doing it. He's a natural. And Yes is going to be a very, very nice horse for the stable.ca for a very long time. He set a world, definitely a track, but a world record the other night on a half-mile track. So for those of you out there commenting about West 52nd, you were second in a world record the other night. Nice horse. Don't kid yourself. Yes, and West 52nd put on a show and looked absolutely awesome. I was happy to be second and happy to drive the horse. He impressed the hell out of me, and I like him. So, West 52nd was second. Yes was the winner. We swept the Gin Blossom Series, and it looked great. Watched the TV. I watched Don't Believe Me, Just Watch. Finished second in 53, last quarter 27. My God, that horse can fly. I would have thought Kevin would put him in the gold. He wanted to put him in the grassroots. There's an argument to be made for both, but ultimately I'm not going to step on his toes. I talked to him about it, and he said, I just don't want to discourage him. Smart move. Very smart move. Kevin understands. It's not just about... Kevin's losing that... He's lost that concern where owners are going to call and complain, say, I want this done, or I want that done, or why didn't this happen, or what didn't that happen? He's not getting that anymore. Now he's doing what he always should have been doing and could have been doing, and now is, which is just doing what's right for the horse. Take care of the horse will take care of the clients. So yes, there's an argument to be made of racing him in the gold, but there's an argument for the grassroots too, and there's nothing wrong with starting him there. He is eligible, I believe, to the Battle of Waterloo. Good luck beating him. He's going to be a nice horse on the half-mile track, isn't he? Very impressed with him the other night. And Don't Believe Me, Just Watch was great. Analand Beach was second in 59. I'm charging up the inside. Mario said she just didn't know what to do. And then right after the wire, shot by that horse. So she's going to end up racing in the grassroots, but looks very, very good so far for us. Master Saver raced flat. I was a little unimpressed with him. Once in a while, I'll throw in a clunker. You're allowed to. But very, very nice horse. You guys know how I feel about Master Saver. And Sunshine Inn, I think there may have been a language barrier problem with Mario. I told him she hates two things. Being first over and being on the front end. He's driven her twice. He was first over once and on the front the second time. I'm not really sure why. I'm gonna have to get Google Translator, and I'm gonna text him with Google Translator if he ever drives her again. So I thought she was great the week before. She was second, whatever. She was a mediocre second the other night, but she just doesn't like the front. She's a coward, but she's fast, and you need to drive her like that. So cover her up, let her use her once in a mile, and that's how I used her the week before. I thought she raced great, and we'll use her like that again next week. If she goes back to Kawartha, I might go. If I'm not doing anything Saturday, I might go drive in Kawartha. I like driving there, and especially if our horses are racing. Then Saturday night, Delcrest finished 4th, raced great. Sunday night, last night, Delcrest Star Angel raced very, very good. I was very, very happy with her. Pretty hard not to be happy with her. She tried a mile in 2 minutes, I think. I thought she was very good. A little depressed, a little upset over Tad. Just Tad's got a pesky quarter crack. This is twice now in the last 3 weeks that we've had a horse scratched by the vet. And James said, Anthony, the horse wasn't that bad. But the vet watched him jog around in the warm-up, and he was tender, and he was a little tender on that quarter crack. But when push came to shove, this day and age, the atmosphere we're in horse racing, there's not going to be any talking your way into a race with a horse. If he's lame, he's scratched. I guess I stand behind that, but Tad's injuries are easy enough to fix. We'll get them fixed up and get him back racing. I think it's just a matter of, we took that burr off and lighten his shoes up. I think we're just going to put a pin burr on him, dig that quarter crack out again. Now, we're going to take him to the vet Wednesday to make sure he's okay, but I suspect it's simply just that dirty little quarter crack left front causing him some discomfort. And again, today, what did we do on Monday? Woke up today, big mile at a Path of Totality, 58.3, first over. I ended up first over, but man, oh man, she raced great. First lifetime start, 2-year-old trot in filly, 58.3. Nancy Allison made a break, but we talked about that. I don't feel that she was the same Nancy Allison from before as she was today. I think she simply hit herself and made a little break. She felt to me like she was trotting up to the gate with a little bit of sensibility, and I just lost her. So we'll work on her and see if we can get her right. Still lots of residual value there, both as a racehorse and a broodmare. Nancy Allison just needs to come around, but I constantly say that she will, and I hope that she will. And then obviously my girl, Miss Mischief Maker, she wasn't, I got it in my head that she's just not as good as she was before. She injured her leg, she missed some time, and I think she's just short some literal work. So I took her back, she sat last the whole way, flying on the end of it, third beat a half a length, 2 minutes. I thought she raced great. A couple more starts like that, we might have the filly that I've been touting for quite some time back in our midst. So that's what went on right now. Then we had I'll Play It Alone. He's racing Wednesday with the rail. The reason that he's here and that he didn't qualify the other day was I trained him. And I didn't just train him. I get up to the quarter in 32 seconds. Trained him a mile in 56 the other day. Last 3 quarters, 124. He was unbelievably good. Took all that shit off him. all that garbage off him. Took the shadow roll off and the Murphy blind. I worked with him all day. He's just timid. But he's coming. He's got the rail on Wednesday. We'll see what he's going to do on Wednesday. And then last Saturday, who did we qualify? We qualified a bunch of horses. I want to go through them, tell you what I thought of them really, really quick. We had Tiamo Hanover. Tiamo Hanover was fantastic the other day. Made a break, and everybody says, oh, the equipment. He's just a big horse. We had a lighter set of hobbles on him, and he just ripped right through them. Coming out of the turn, he went to take off. I was climbing all over Paul Walker's back. I went to move him over, and he snapped the hobbles right in half. So that's another reason we're trying to build something a little more durable. Not big and clunky, but just durable enough to support the horse's torque. And Tiamo Hanover's no joke. He was going to win the qualifier. I'm absolutely positive of that. I was really, really impressed with Tiamo Hanover, and I'll go with him this coming Friday morning, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Enduring Strength looked good, 2 minutes and 2/5. Mario's asked to enter him in the grassroots. Fine, I can make an argument for the gold, but if Mario wants to race him in the grassroots, that's fine too. Nothing wrong with a little bit of education. It'll go a long way. We'll get a chance to size up that gold division, hopefully win the grassroots, and then we'll move forward with Enduring Strength. The Amazing Sando looked great. I just reported to you right now in real time he was sold. So Amazing Sando will be joining another barn in the very near future. He paced his last 3 quarters of 123 and 4 the other day. Legit looking colt, and he was sold for good money. So congratulations to my uncle and my buddy Jamie Smith. Frontier Cruise, I went with him last 3 quarters, 126 and 4. Looked much better with that shoeing change up front. I think he's going to get better. Needs about 2 more starts to really put that muscle on that big frame of his and really, really round into that horse. I think he'll look good in the grassroots his first start. Another horse that I think is immature a little bit coming. Giddy Up Max. Every week he gets a little better, just about not discouraging him. We had him to the vet the other day, had him looked at. Now Giddy Up Max is going to race in the grassroots this coming Friday night. Sebastian Ray looked absolutely awesome again. A lot of people have been talking about this colt. Another win, this time 2 minutes, last half 57-3, last quarter 28-2. I suspect next Thursday you'll see him surface at Mohawk. Hometown Boys, everybody's, the owner's saying, what's wrong with Hometown Boys? You already know what's wrong with him. He's fat and lazy. That's how he is. The horse is chunky, and he's been lazy, but he doesn't have a bad attitude. He's not sour. It's just going to take a lot of time. He's a big, growthy, immature colt. It's just going to take some time. So we're going to keep working and drilling down on Hometown Boys until we get him there. Mario wanted to make a shoeing change. I said, go ahead. He's going to put a lighter shoe on him up front. And he's going to qualify, probably school him a couple of times and re-qualify him again. Hometown Boys is coming. Just take your time. Relax. Deep breaths. McPherson Thunder, last 3 quarters, 126-3. He's going to fit nicely in the grassroots also. I thought he looked really good for Mario the other day. Impressive. This colt keeps getting better. You can see the horses that were injured a little bit and actually missed time in the stall. You can see them struggling a little bit right now. That is a big deal. Mischief Maker and McPherson Thunder especially. Those horses stood in the stall for almost a month. That time, that work, it's just not time off. They lost muscle, and I know from coming back from an injury and trying to do what I think I should be able to do, I can't do it. I still can't straighten my arm out, my hand out. I can do enough to get by, but it's going to take time. Same as these horses. That time is missed, it's gone, and now they're trying to play catch up. Just a matter of not discouraging them. So I think Mario's done a great job with McPherson Thunder, and this is exactly what I wanted to see from Miss Mischief Maker today. Another couple of trips like that, and we're going to see the horse that I said we had all along. Keep in mind, she's eligible to do a lot of things at the end of the year. Let's just get her on the straight and narrow and not discourage her. I was happy today. I guarantee you she was happy today. It was a great race from her. And then Utopian. I don't think Utopian's that good. I think he's a condition claimer type horse, but he'll make a racehorse. He paced 58 last half, 56-3 in his qualifier. I thought he looked good. James said he was okay. He did everything right. I was happy with him. So we'll find a spot for Utopian in the very near future. What else do we got? Gold Watch is coming back. You might have forgot about him. That's a He's Watching colt that we turned out. It was just a one thing after another with this guy. Missed this, missed that. He had a splint. He got gelded. He had a quarter crack and a foot separation. He just said, enough's enough. Kicked him out the field. He's been out for months. He's coming back this week. Casanova's Jewel is going to be coming back this week. Classic Con is coming back tomorrow afternoon. He'll be back in jogging and training. All these horses were out for the appropriate amount of time. And then obviously in a couple of months the Grey Colt First Glance will be coming back in very soon. For those of you who haven't heard, there's no way for you to hear, we already have almost secured 8 to 10 yearlings already for the 2020 season right now. Obviously the Grey Colt in First Glance is one, and I've been contacted over the last few weeks about a number of horses from smaller private firms. That is our bread and butter. I'm always happy to get breeders involved, stay involved with their horses. It means a lot to us, and it builds great bridges for the stable to the breeding community. So that's it. What a long week it's been. I'm on my way to Northfield Park right now. Can't wait to drive Susie K. I love this little filly. She's a sweetheart. And Overdue Mission's been doing great things also. They're in the Buckeye Series tonight. I'm driving Oso Pine from the outside. Going to race him from behind, see if we can get him back on the straight and narrow. And then I'm making 2 other drives. And then we'll be back to Pennsylvania tomorrow. Lots of work to be done tomorrow with Knockdown Dragout. Just for me and you. Harness AM. And our girl, Rose Run Versatile. And then we have the night off. We get a free night. We're going to get some good food and hang out with Mark Weaver over at his super big mansion. Get some pool time. And I'm going to stay in the jacuzzi, I think. I got a beautiful room right at the Meadows, but they got a nice pool and no jacuzzi. I never even thought. I just assumed they got a pool, they got a jacuzzi. They do not. So I sat in the tub last night with my wrist. Feels pretty good today. I drove one horse for a guy. What the hell was his name? Gee Whiz George or something? I don't know what the hell his name was. The guy said, how was George? I said, George can pull like a hungry alligator. Well, what do you mean by that? I said, George got a strong mouth on him. He goes, is he all right? I said, yeah. The wrist is a little sore, but yeah, George was okay. We got you 5th. So always happy to take drives. I was a little surprised today. I didn't realize I was listed on other horses. race 5 was going out the door, and the guy said, "Hey, you're driving this horse." I don't think so. And he goes, "Yeah, you're driving my horse." Okay. I never even got to look at the program. I didn't know his name till after the race. His name, I think it was Gee Whiz George or something. Anyway, a couple of drives today. That made 5 for today. A couple extras tonight makes 10 for the day. So it's been good though. It's been good. My wrist feels good. Doesn't feel stiff right now. The tendons are a little stiff, but it's been good. It's been really, really good. So it's been a great vacation so far for us. Working vacation. The weather's beautiful. Hope it keeps up. There's a chance of thunder showers all week. Certainly don't want that. But we're making do so far. Hope you guys are having a great Canada Day weekend. If you're in the States, July 4th weekend, I guess.
What's July 4th?
July 4th is on July 4th, Ava.
Yeah, but is it July?
Today is.
Days.
That's right. Oliver knows. 3 days. Canada Day is today.
Are we going to be here on 3 days?
Yes, we are. We're going to have a huge. We're going to see a huge fireworks show.
Where?
4 days. We're going to be leaving Columbus. Well, we're going to be driving back home from Columbus that night. You'll see all sorts of fireworks in all sorts of different towns when we're driving through. Anyway, I'm back Thursday. I'm qualifying Friday morning. We got some qualifiers at Mohawk. I'm getting on a plane at 3 o'clock, flying right to the Meadowlands, well, to the airport.
I'm
And
not
then
taking you to the airport.
Amy said she's not taking. Yeah, just Toronto. No, I'm gonna leave my car there because I fly right back Saturday.
Yes, you are.
I'm just there for Friday night. I'm coming back Saturday. Might go right to Kawartha Downs and race some horses at Kawartha Downs on Saturday night. We'll see. Action-packed week. A lot going on. It's just the start of the summer. Hope you guys are tuning in. It's been fantastic. Congratulations to our Path of Totality owners. You had a great day. Take care.